Hello, and welcome back to the Yours and Old FoMoCo Iron YouTube channel. My name is Adrian Clements, and in this video I'd like to share with you the Ford Mustang national newspaper advertising campaigns that appeared in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch newspaper in St. Louis, Missouri during the 1967 model year. There are a total of 20 ads featuring the 67 Mustang, and each ad was sponsored by the 17 dealerships in Missouri and Illinois that comprised the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. The newly redesigned 1967 Mustang lineup was introduced to the public on Friday, September 30th, 1966. The lineup consisted of a hardtop, a 2+2 fastback, and a convertible. That September 30th date is also the first time that a 1967 Mustang advertisement appeared in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. The 20th and final ad for the 67 Mustang appeared in that newspaper on Friday, July 21st, 1967, right at the end of production of the 1967 Mustangs. We'll also have a brief look at the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. Let's get started. First advertisement. This 3-page ad entitled Ride Ford's New Wave for 67 appeared on the day that the entire 1967 Ford lineup was introduced to the buying public, Friday, September 30th, 1966. Page 1 of 3 features 3 new for 1967 models, namely the Mustang 2+2 Fastback, the Thunderbird 4-door Landau, the first time a 4-door Thunderbird was offered by Ford, and the LTD 2-door hardtop with the wide formal C-pillar. We also see at the bottom of page 1 the "You're Ahead in a Ford" tagline that was used in Ford advertising throughout the 1967 model year. Page 2 features 3 of the 18 models offered in the 1967 Ford full-size car lineup, namely the Country Squire DFRS, or dual-facing rear seats, 4-door station wagon, the LTD 2-door hardtop with new Landau roof, and the XL 2-door hardtop with the thin C-pillar that it shared with the Galaxy 500 2-door hardtop. Also on page 2 are the 3 models that made up the 1967 Mustang lineup: the 2+2 Fastback, convertible, and hardtop. The Mustang tagline was "Bred first to be first." Verbiage in the ad describes many of the new features and equipment on the 67 Mustang. The top of page 3 shows 2 of the 13 models in the Fairlane lineup, the Fairlane GTA convertible and Fairlane 500 2-door hardtop, along with one of the 10 Falcon models, the Falcon Futura Sports Coupe. The lower portion of page 3 talks about the new 5-year 50,000-mile powertrain warranty and the 2-year 24,000-mile warranty on the entire car. It also shows a sampling of some of the options available on certain 1967 Ford products, as well as listing the Ford Motor Company Lifeguard design safety features that were standard on every 1967 Ford. Finally, the bottom of page 3 lists the 17 dealerships in Missouri and Illinois that made up the metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. Second advertisement. The second ad featuring a Mustang appeared on Tuesday, November 1st, 1966, 32 days after the previous ad, and was entitled Take the Mustang Pledge. This ad was the first of 5 different ads that prominently featured the Take the Mustang Pledge tagline in the months of November and December 1966, with 2 ads each month, and February 1967 with 1 ad. It shows a Mustang hardtop with a woman standing below it, along with "I will" and "I will not" pledges. Below the small image of a Mustang hardtop with base hubcaps and not optional wheel covers, the price for a bare-bones version of this model is listed as $2,461.46. The Mustang name, logo, and "Bred first to be first" tagline appear in the lower right. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 dealerships in Missouri and Illinois that were the metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. This second ad is the last one that shows Sherwood Ford, Inc. to be located at 6153 Delmar Boulevard in St. Louis, as the third ad on Tuesday, November 15th, shows that they had relocated to a new facility at 12075 Bellefontaine Road in Spanish Lake. Third advertisement. The third ad featuring a Mustang appeared on Tuesday, November 15, 1966, 14 days after the previous ad, and says, "If you think you're buying a sporty car and don't see this Mustang logo on the wheel, you're getting a bum steer," with the words contained within a Mustang steering wheel. The Mustang name, logo, and hallmark of the original tagline appear in the lower center of the ad. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 dealerships in Missouri and Illinois that comprise the metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers and shows the new address for Sherwood Ford Inc. as discussed at the end of the second ad. Fourth advertisement. The fourth Mustang ad appeared on Tuesday, November 22, 1966, 7 days after the previous ad, and says, "Yale men take the Mustang pledge." This ad was the second of 5 different ads that prominently featured the Take the Mustang Pledge advertising slogan in the months of November and December 1966 and February 1967. It shows a Mustang hardtop and 7 male juniors and seniors from Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut that were allegedly Mustang owners themselves. The Mustang name, logo, and hallmark of the original tagline appear in the lower right with detailed warranty information below that. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. The photo in the ad appears to have been taken in front of the Sterling Memorial Library at Yale. In case you were wondering why only male students are shown in the ad, female undergraduates were not admitted to Yale University until 1969. Where are the 7 men shown in the ad now? Michael Berger, Yale 68, is the owner of Michael G. Berger Law Offices in New York, New York. Elliot Detchen, Yale 67, is an independent sales agent at Aflac in Stamford, Connecticut. R.K. Gary, Yale 67, Paul Irwin, Yale 67, and John Halpern, Yale 68, could not be found online, though I did confirm that they were not casualties of the Vietnam War. Jeffrey Woglum, Yale 68, is a professor in the economics department at Amherst College in Amherst, Massachusetts. Mike Slater, Yale 67, from South Orange Village, New Jersey, is a trustee of the Essex County CASA, New Jersey CASA, and St. Anthony High School charitable organizations. Fifth advertisement. The fifth ad appeared on Friday, December 2nd, 1966, 10 days after the previous ad, and says, "Take the Mustang Pledge." This ad was the third of 5 different ads that prominently featured the Take the Mustang Pledge advertising slogan in the months of November and December 1966 and February 1967. It shows an indigenous American, a large and small Mustang hardtop, and lists the price for a bare-bones version of this model at $2,461.46. The Mustang name, logo, and hallmark of the original tagline appear in the lower right. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that were in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. Sixth advertisement. The sixth Mustang ad appeared on Tuesday, December 6, 1966, 4 days after the previous ad, and says, "Walla Walla Weight Watchers take the Mustang Pledge." This ad was the fourth of 5 different ads that used the Take the Mustang Pledge advertising slogan in the months of November and December 1966 and February 1967. It shows a small group of 4 women and 1 man alongside a Mustang hardtop. The Mustang name, logo, and hallmark of the original tagline appear in the lower right. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that comprise the metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. Seventh advertisement. The seventh ad appeared on Sunday, January 22, 1967, 47 days after the previous ad, and says, "Ford scores the all-time record win," touting Ford's results at the recently held 1967 Union Pure Oil Performance Trials. Ford, Mustang, and Fairlane results are mentioned, with the Mustang verbiage reading, "Mustang beats every car in its class, beats them all in fuel economy too, by taking first and second place as well. Class 9. Notice the NASCAR International logo and the sanctioned and supervised by NASCAR text, along with the dealership type Ford script and Ford block letter sign, and the "You're Ahead in a Ford" tagline. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. Eighth advertisement. The eighth Mustang ad appeared on Wednesday, January 25, 1967, 3 days after the previous ad, and says, "This is Ford Country, and in Ford Country you can take your pick during your Ford dealer's annual white sale. 1967 Mustang or Big Ford for less than $2,297. This ad shows a Mustang hardtop and a Ford Custom 500 two-door sedan. I see this ad as Ford letting the Mustang ride on the coattails of 1967's fourth annual white sale, because while the Custom 500 two-door sedan, Custom 500 four-door sedan, and Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop were part of the white sale, the Mustang was not. This eighth ad is the first time that we see use of the Ford Dealer Advertising Fund, or FDAF, logo. The FDAF charged participating dealerships a fee to be featured in national ads like the one shown in this video. The 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships listed at the bottom of the page all paid into the FDAF to be shown in this and the other ads. This ad is also the first time in the 20 advertisements that we've seen use of the term "your metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealer." Ninth advertisement. The ninth ad appeared on Tuesday, February 7, 1967, 13 days after the previous ad, and says, "Only Mustang has the mark of the original out front, and you're out front when you take the Mustang pledge." This ad was the fifth and final advertisement that prominently featured the "Take the Mustang Pledge" advertising slogan in the months of November and December 1966 and February 1967. The ad features a close-up of the Mustang grille surround, grill, and running horse, with a Mustang hardtop shown below that. The Mustang's winning results against two Chevrolet Camaros, a Dodge Dart, a Plymouth Barracuda, and a Rambler in Class 9 of the Union Pure Oil Performance Trials are touted below the image of the Mustang hardtop. These results were originally given in the seventh advertisement entitled "Ford Scores the All-Time Record Win" 12 days before this ad. The Mustang name, the tagline, "The Original," and the Ford dealership sign appear in the lower right. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that made up the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. This ninth ad is the last one that lists Reesmeyer Motors, which became Anheuser Ford Inc., located at the same address, 9201 Highway 66 in Crestwood, Missouri, on Friday, February 10th, 1967. 10th advertisement. The 10th Mustang ad appeared on Monday, February 13th, 1967, 6 days after the previous ad, and says, "This is Ford Country, and in Ford Country you can take your pick, 1967 Mustang or Big Ford for less than $2,297. This ad shows a Mustang hardtop and a Ford Custom 500 two-door sedan and is very similar to the eighth ad from Wednesday, January 25th. Again, Ford seemed to be trying to apply some of the Big Ford's white sale dealership traffic to the Mustang lineup. We again see the FDAF logo on this ad. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. This 10th ad is the first one that shows Anheuser Ford Inc. to have replaced Reesmeyer Motors at the same address, as mentioned when discussing the previous ad. 11th advertisement. The 11th ad appeared on Valentine's Day, Tuesday, February 14th, 1967, 1 day after the previous ad, and says, "If we were to send Valentines to all 1,300,000 Mustang owners, it would take 19 miles of stamps, and nobody can lick that. Happy Valentine's Day." It shows a Valentine heart pierced by an arrow above a Mustang hardtop. The tagline, "Take the Mustang Pledge," and details about the car appear below the image of the Mustang, along with more information about the Mustang's winning results at the Union Pure Oil Performance Trials. The Mustang name, the tagline, "The Original," with an exclamation point this time, and the Ford dealership sign appear in the lower right. The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. 12th advertisement. The 12th Mustang ad appeared on Tuesday, February 21st, 1967, 7 days after the previous ad, and says, "You're ahead with better ideas from Ford. You're ahead with the strongest Ford ever built." The top of the ad shows the optional AM radio and stereosonic tape system, the optional select-shift cruise-o-matic 3-speed automatic transmission, and the magic door gate. Opens out for people and down for cargo. That was standard on the Ford full-size and the Fairlane station wagons and was optional on the Falcon wagons. The ad features a 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door hardtop being driven off the end of the Olympic ski jump in Lake Placid, New York, to demonstrate the big Ford's strength and durability. Also included are the tagline, "You're ahead in a Ford all the way," as well as photos and results of the 367 Fords that competed in the Union Pure Oil Performance Trials, a custom two-door sedan, a Mustang 2+2 Fastback, and a Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop. Below that is the tagline, "Quieter because it's stronger, stronger because it's better built," with the Ford dealership sign appearing to the right of that. The bottom of the ad shows the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that were in the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. This 12th ad is the last one that shows Mendenhall Motor Company to be located at 2231 Washington Avenue in St. Louis, as the 13th ad, about 3 weeks later, shows that the dealership had relocated to a new facility just a few blocks away at 2222 Market Street in St. Louis. Research indicates that this change of address occurred on Friday, March 6, 1967. 13th advertisement. The 13th ad appeared on Wednesday, March 15, 1967, 22 days after the previous ad, and says, "The day the Wall Street Journal gave Ford an idea for a sale. The Wall Street Journal calls the modern generation the Mustang generation. We wanted to do something special for this new generation, like making it easier to own a Mustang. What better way than with a sale?" Below that appears a specially equipped Mustang Sports Sprint hardtop with a woman standing behind the right rear quarter panel and Mustang Sports Sprint sale below that in all capital letters. The Mustang Sports Sprint came with a hood that had special hood louvers with built-in turn indicators, special wheel covers, white sidewall tires — they were wide oval tires on cars with V8 engines — bright rocker panel moldings, a sporty chrome air cleaner, a vinyl-covered shift lever on select-shift cruise-o-matic equipped cars, and a sporty luggage rack mounted on the deck lid. The Mustang Sports Sprint sale bundled all of this equipment together at a price lower than the total cost of the individual options. Notice how the white sidewalls on the wide oval tires pictured are thinner and further out from the wheel than the white sidewalls on regular tires. The Mustang name and the tagline, "The Original," again with an exclamation point, appear in the lower right. Below that is the tagline, "It's Sprint Time. Take the Mustang pledge and save." The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships in the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group and shows the new address for Mendenhall Motor Company as discussed at the end of the 12th ad. 14th advertisement. The 14th Mustang ad appeared on Monday, March 20th, 1967, 5 days after the previous ad, and says, "New Mustang Sport Sprint for less than $2,269. Below that appears a specially equipped Sport Sprint Mustang hardtop with a smaller Mustang 2+2 Fastback and convertible appearing underneath. It is important to note that the Mustang Sport Sprint package was only available on the hardtop and not on the Fastback or convertible. The equipment included in the Mustang Sport Sprint is listed next, followed by the Ford dealership sign and the play on the word springtime used in the dealer's Sprint Time Sale tagline. The bottom of the ad shows the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that comprise the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. 15th advertisement. The 15th ad appeared on Tuesday, March 28, 1967, 8 days after the previous ad, and says, "Mustang Sport Sprint Sale." Underneath is the same photo of a Mustang Sport Sprint hardtop with the woman standing behind the right rear quarter panel that was used in the 13th ad. A smaller Mustang convertible and 2+2 fastback appear below that. The equipment included in the Mustang Sport Sprint is listed next, and the Mustang name and tagline, the original, with an exclamation point again this time, appear in the lower right. Below that is the tagline, "It's sprint time. Take the Mustang pledge and save." The bottom of the ad lists the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that made up the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. 16th advertisement. The 16th Mustang ad appeared on Sunday, April 9th, 1967, 12 days after the previous ad, and says, "New Mustang Sport Sprint for less than $2,269. This ad is identical to the 14th ad from Monday, March 20th, other than the $2,269 price now being white numbers with a black outline instead of all black. 17th advertisement. The 17th ad appeared on Tuesday, May 2nd, 1967, 23 days after the previous ad, and says, "Ford's Better Ideas for sale, 1968 ideas at 1967 prices." The top right corner of the ad shows the Mustang's optional select-shift cruise-o-matic 3-speed automatic transmission, tilt-away steering wheel, and convenience control panel. Also listed there are the specially priced equipment that was included in the Mustang Sport Sprint hardtop. Interestingly, the large photo of the Mustang shown in the center of the ad is the exact same image that was used in many of the earlier non-Sport Sprint newspaper ads, and the car lacks the deck lid mounted luggage rack that was included in the Sport Sprint's package. Also shown are a 1967 Ford Country Squire DFRS, or dual-facing rear seats, 4-door station wagon, and a Galaxy 500 Tourer hardtop with either a black vinyl roof or two-tone paint. A text box to the right of the Country Squire highlights the benefits of Ford's Select air conditioner offered at an unspecified reduced price. The Ford dealership sign appears in the lower right, and the bottom of the ad shows the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that were the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. 18th advertisement. The 18th Mustang ad appeared on Monday, May 8th, 1967, 6 days after the previous ad, and says, "Ford has a better idea, more sport sprints for less than $2,269. Below that appears a Mustang Sport Sprint hardtop complete with louvered hood with integral turn signals, wide oval white sidewall tires, a luggage rack mounted on the deck lid, and bright rocker panel moldings. Below the car is verbiage that talks about the extension of the Mustang Sport Sprint hardtop production run due to demand outstripping supply. The tagline, "Better Ideas and More for Your Money in Ford Country," appears just above the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that were in the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. 19th advertisement. The 19th ad appeared on Wednesday, May 24th, 1967, 16 days after the previous ad, and says, "Ford has a better idea, more sport sprints for less than $2,269. This ad is identical to the 18th ad, other than the addition of a text box that says, "Car owners, $4 million in cash, prizes from Ford, 66,000 possible winners nationally," and steers readers to a past issue of Life magazine and upcoming issues of Look and Saturday Evening Post magazines for details about the new Ford contest. 20th advertisement. The 20th and final Mustang ad appeared on Friday, July 21st, 1967, 58 days after the previous ad, and says, "Specially equipped Mustang Sport Sprint for less than $2,269. Below that is what is described as a Mustang Sport Sprint, and while it has the louvered hood with integral turn signals, special wheel covers, white sidewall tires, and bright rocker panel moldings, it doesn't have the wide oval white sidewall tires or a luggage rack mounted on the deck lid. Neither the wide oval tires or luggage rack are still listed in the equipment that came on the Mustang Sport Sprint hardtop. The tagline, "68 ideas at 67 prices," appears just above the 17 Missouri and Illinois dealerships that were in the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford Dealers Group. Switching gears to the dealerships, here is an alphabetical list of the 17 dealerships that comprise the Metropolitan St. Louis Ford dealers. Numbers 10A and 10B show the change in address for Mendenhall Motor Company on Monday, March 6, 1967. Numbers 12A and 12B show the change in ownership from Reesmeyer Motors to Anheuser Ford Inc. at the same address on Friday, February 10th, 1967, while numbers 13A and 13B show the change in address for Sherwood Ford Inc. on Tuesday, November 15th, 1966. This map of the greater St. Louis area shows the location of all 17 dealerships, with the first 2 being located in Illinois and the next 15 in Missouri. This photo of Mendenhall Motor Company, located at 2231 Washington Avenue in St. Louis, looks to be from circa 1964, after the 1965 Ford Mustang was introduced on Friday, April 17, 1964. And this is what that building looked like a year ago, according to Google Maps. This article about Mendenhall Motor Company's new location at 2222 Market Street appeared in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch newspaper on Sunday, March 26, 1967, about 3 weeks after the dealership changed locations on Monday, March 6th. Currently, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has offices in a new building at that address. This photo, taken in front of the Yates Stevens Ford Truck Department building located at 10340 Manchester Road in Kirkwood, Missouri, shows a 1968 Ford Torino Squire four-door station wagon hauling a trailer loaded with a 1965 or 1966 Mustang drag car on it. There is still a Ford dealership located at that address, though it's now called Suntrip Ford Kirkwood. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or would like to purchase high-resolution JPEG and PDF copies of the 1967 Ford Mustang advertisement shown in this video, please feel free to email me at adrian.clements@me.com. Yours in Old FoMoCo Iron, Adrian.